You know what, DC, you and I go back how far?
Damn, Case. One of the reasons I came to Home Bank was because of you. So
No, you did not.
honestly, yes, you asked, not, you asked Pat Flood. I specifically said I wanted to be with the best, and the best was you and Bowler at the time,
Oh,
in my opinion. And there was Moby and there was you,
and I wanted to be you. Isn't that funny? Because I'm like, this guy is amazing. I did. I said, the people I got to beat is Bowler and Aiken. Those are the guys I got to go after.
But yeah, I mean, but it pushed us both, you know? And so I guess 94.
Golly, that's aging us, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. But but we were around the best in the industry, and I couldn't beat Casey, and I couldn't beat Bill Bowler. I mean, Bill's 20 years older than me, and I can't be. There's a lot of things you guys as women can do that as guys can't do, like having nails kind of stuff. I guess we can, but
yeah, you'll just go golfing and then do other things. So.
Right, exactly.
Well, how long have you been in the business total?
It's 36 years this month, actually.
36 years. How, if you could sum up, what's the difference from 36 years ago to today?
Oh, there's no way we could do the volume that we're doing now. Matter of fact, I'm not sure we can do the volume that we're doing now anyway, but given that everything was manual, old days of having the credit bureaus, roll out on the machine, that the paper would roll all the way down the hallway.
Right.
Those were, it was full paper files, and handwritten applications, which, I occasionally see some of our loan officers still, they don't handwrite them, but they type them in instead of using tech. But no, Case, there's no way you or I could do the volume today back then.
How did you get your start in the industry? What made you jump in?
Doug Baker, who's still in the business now, he was good friends with my father, and I was just getting out of college, and Bake said, hey, you can make $50,000. This is 1984. You can make $50,000, at your age at 22 years old. And I'm like, damn, that's a lot of money. I can do this.
I'm in.
I can do that. And, because back then, you're getting offers, for, coming out of a really good college, $36,000, $37,000 a year. And I'm going to make 50. And, which, right, I actually made more than that. But, Bakes was a great, he taught me a lot. There's no question.
All right. So he taught you a lot. What would you tell somebody getting in the industry today and they want to get their start? What advice would you give them?
They got to be a people person. There's no question. They cannot be afraid, because we have people in this industry, you and I have seen them, who are afraid of the telephone. That, and that'd be good or bad conversation on a telephone. And, I get technology. I get, emails and whatever else, social media. It still doesn't beat a phone call. And, that's the best thing with my clients. What I teach our loan officers is the same thing as in the past. You've got to have that connection. It can't just be, if you're gonna just be online, you better have right in town.
Well, what do you?
I think we do, but I'm pretty sure we don't.
Listen, you've been extraordinarily successful. I mean, beyond most people's imaginations. And when I think about you, and I mean this sincerely, when I think about professional, knowledgeable, customer service, top of their game, it's you. And when I think about what do you do better than everyone else, I want to give you a chance to share that with me, because I think I know what you do better. And I mentioned all of them, but what do you think it is that differentiating factor that's caused you to get where you are?
I understand that in pretty much all cases, this is the biggest investment these people make. And you've got to be available. I mean, I make it very, and even now at my age, I still tell them, this is my cell number. It's on till 8 o'clock every night, Monday through Sunday. And you can call. Do not go to bed on a question because you won't sleep. And that's not good for me because I need you to have a job. But, you know, but the reason people say, well, why do you say 8 o'clock at night? And because my wife would kill me, because otherwise I'd be on the phone, till 11, 12 o'clock at night. And sometimes I cheat and kind of look at my phone and see if I got an email. But you've got to be available, Case. And, that's something both you and I were always. And some people, that's tough. Some people say, well, I'm not going to do that. Well, guess what? That agent, that builder is going to go to somebody else if they can't get a hold of you. And, I said this in a mortgage banker thing years ago. And someone said, how do you get, what's the big thing to your business? And I was in front of probably 300 mortgage bankers. And I said, you guys out there are why I'm so successful, because you don't return calls or not quick enough. And, my clients know if they don't get, if I don't return their call in 2 hours, I've probably died. And, even though, yes, I do coach baseball, and but when I'm not available, my voicemail says I'm not available. And my business partner, who Greg Clements, has done a great job when I'm not available on the phone. He takes those calls. So, but you've got to have someone available.
DC, it sounds so simple, right? Just return your phone calls. But I remember going to a hotel room and testing the industry at large to find out how many people return their phone calls and how fast. And I posed as a customer. And it was really a study to help evaluate what's the differentiator between people like you and people that struggle. And it was speed to call back and the fact that they were reliable. So anybody listening in right now, that simple advice that he just shared is something that very few people do exceptionally well. And I know you're at the top of your game because I've been with you in the days where the phone would ring and you would just interrupt the conversation and go, sorry, this one's going to make me money. And I'm like, I get it. And we were all about customer service. Okay. So because of your success, I now know your hours. You said you work till 8. What's your typical day look like?
Well, I also get in probably in today's environment. I'm getting in here about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
It's quiet. I mean, and we're in unprecedented times that you and I have not seen in this industry.
Never.
For me to be closing 55, 60 loans, it's a lot. And, and we've been very blessed that we've seen this volume over the since April. And it's probably going to continue. Well, it's definitely going to continue into July. And, I think it's going to slow a little bit in August, but who knows? But yeah, I've got to be in here then at 6, just because it's quiet and I can get that part of my work is doing my pre-approvals, or also sending what I send, the DC list, so to speak, to my team every morning. Here's what we've got on the agenda. This is what we've got closing in the next 10 days. This is what we need to have CD ready. I get all my pretty much administrative work out of the way before everybody else's day starts at 8:30. Because when 8:30 starts, I've got to be available for clients and agents and builders.